Guys, this is a beef shank, also known as a Thor's hammer. And today, I'm gonna show you how to make this beast fall apart. You with it? Let's get it. All right, guys, so to get this recipe started, we're gonna get this beef shank all seasoned up. Now, beef, I happen to love the Arnie Asada's OG and the Wow, and I think it's a great combination together. And so that's what we're gonna get this beef shank seasoned up with. And we're gonna go liberally. It's a pretty big piece of meat. It can really take it. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. All right, so that's OG on. Make sure we get the top of this as well. And then we're going to come back with the Arnie's Wow. Now, if you haven't tried these rubs, man, you really got to check them out. I'll make sure I put the links in the description box below so you can check it out. But it's a really fantastic combination on beef. So I find myself using it quite a bit when it comes to beef. All right, so as you can see, we have seasoned up this beef shank very liberally. Again, this is a big, thick, dense piece of meat. It can absolutely take it. So we've got this beef shank all seasoned up, and we're gonna let it rest while we get the grill ready. Today we're gonna be using our Pit Boss Navigator Series 1600 to do this cook on. And hey, we're gonna be using the competition blend pellets. Now we're gonna start off this cook at a low temperature, 180 degrees. Why? Because it produces a lot of smoke. So for the first hour or so, we're gonna roll it at 180 degrees, build up a lot of smoke there into this, beef shank, and then we'll walk it up from there. But let's get this beef shank on. All right, let's get this grill opened up here. Now I put a pan in here. I got a little bit of water. I'm gonna put some more water in here in a minute. But I got the pan in here so that I can catch all my drippings to kind of help keep the grill clean and not get a bunch of grease all over the place. But let's get our beef shank on. All right, our beef shank is gonna go right over top of our water pan here, just like this. And yeah, we're gonna close it up. I'll bring you back here in a little while when we get ready to move on to the next step. All right, guys, so hey, it's been 3 hours since we got our beef shank on. Didn't bore you with what all I was doing there, but hey, I got it for you right here in B-roll. What we did was after an hour or so, we cranked up our temperature. We were at 180 degrees. We walked up to 200 degrees. Now, what we did after that was every 30 minutes, I walked up until we got to 250 degrees. So I went from 180 to 200 to 225 to 250. And that's where we're at now. We're at 250 degrees. Now, in addition to us walking our temperatures up for this cook, we actually wanted to add a little bit more smoke. So my friends at Pit Boss sent me over this Maximize Your Smoke kit, which contains a little butane torch, an actual tube for your pellets, and a funnel to make it easy to fill it up. So we got the torch filled up with some butane, we got our tube filled up with some pellets, and then we got it onto the grill. We just used the torch to light the pellets. And then once we had the pellets lit, we let it burn for a good minute, you know, a minute and a half or so, and then we blew it out. And that's just gonna give us a good smoke, in addition to what the grill is already doing to get into this beef shank. So now you're all caught up. We're 3 hours in, let's take a look. All right, let's pop the lid here. All right, so this is what our beef shank is looking like right now. It's coming along nicely. And as you can see here again, we got the smoke tube going there, producing lots of good smoke for us. But hey, we're looking pretty good right here. And man, we're just gonna keep this thing rolling. We're not really gonna make any adjustments right yet. Again, we're only 3 hours into this cook, and this is gonna take a while here. Think about like when you're cooking a brisket, it's gonna take a while. This is a big, dense cut of meat, so it's gonna take us quite a while to get this thing done. But hey, we're gonna close up the grill here, and we'll probably come back and put some aluminum foil here on the bone, just to protect the bone there. But other than that, man, we're looking pretty good here. So again, we're just gonna close up the grill, and we'll keep it going. All right, guys, we are approaching the 4 hour mark here. We're gonna take a look, and everything is looking fantastic. So it's coming along nicely. And yeah, my bark is absolutely set here. Set meaning that none of this rub is rubbing off when I rub my fingers onto it. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna spritz it. Now I've got a spray bottle here that's gonna be 50-50 apple juice and apple cider vinegar. And so I'm gonna spray this thing down here just to keep the surface moist, and also because a wet surface will absolutely attract smoke, and hopefully that'll get us even more smoke penetration on this Thor's hammer or beef shank. So again, we're just gonna spritz it down here, and we'll close it up, and we're gonna keep it going. And yeah, that's about it. So I'm gonna close this thing up, and I'll bring you back here in a little bit. All right, guys, we just hit the 6-hour mark here. We're going to take a look. Now, since I had you here last, I did put some foil over the bone there, just to kind of protect the bone, you know, not to let it get too discolored. But we're not really looking for a display item here, but, you know, it's kind of forced to have it there. But anyway, we got a good color here. We did have a bark split here, but it's not that big a deal. I think we got some good color on this beef shank, and I think now it's going to be time for us to get this thing nice and tender. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get this thing wrapped up. So let's get this off the grill and let's get it wrapped. Now here on my table, I've just got some aluminum foil put down because we're going to wrap this beef shank up in aluminum foil. And I got a little bit of beef tallow there. All right, so beef shank is off. We got it here on our foil. And now, like I said, we got this beef tallow that we're going to get on here. And I'm just going to get a big old slather of beef tallow on here, just like this. And this is just all going to melt down over this beef shank, help keep it nice and moist. All right, we got a changed glove here, and now we're going to wrap it up here. So I'm just going to roll this thing up in here, just like so. It doesn't have to be all super pretty. Be careful not to poke any holes in our foil. All right, so just like that, our beef shank is wrapped up in the foil. So we're going to get it back on the grill. All right, so on the grill we go. Now again, at this point, we are merely tenderizing our beef shank here. So guys, feel free, if you don't want to keep doing this on the grill, pop it in your oven if you want to, you know, save your fuel. But I'm going to put it back on the grill here just like this, and we're going to keep this thing going. Now at this point, it's just like cooking a brisket. It'll be done once we get it to the tenderness that we're looking for, okay? I don't care about an internal temperature. Maybe I'll notice it and check it when we get to the tenderness. But again, tenderness is going to be the key for this. So we're going to close this up, and we'll keep it going. And we'll probably kick the temperature up to 275 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, guys, so we just hit the 9-hour mark on this cook here, and we're rolling at 275 degrees, and we're still looking for our tenderness. We don't really care about the temperature, but we're looking for the tenderness, and we're still not all the way there. But hopefully you guys can see that. We are at 193 degrees there, and still not quite there yet. So we're going to keep it rolling. And tell you what I'm going to probably do is just get to the tenderness I want, and I'll get it off and let it rest, and I'll meet you guys back at the block, and we'll talk about it. All right, gang, we are back at the block, and we've got this massive Thor's hammer off of our grill. Now, full disclosure, it is the next day. It got pretty late last night, and so I decided, well, I'll just rest it overnight and bring it out today, so that's what we're done. So guys, look, this took me about 10.5 hours to get to the tenderness that I was looking for, and we were roughly 203 degrees or so. And that's all it really was. It's just like doing a brisket. You just want to go till you get to your tenderness. You don't care about the temperature. You get to the tenderness, and so that's what we've done. Now, we got this thing off the grill, as I said, and we rested it overnight, and so now we're going to go ahead and check out this Thor's hammer, so let's get into it. All right, guys, so here is our Thor's hammer, our beef shank. Massive thing here. I mean, this is absolutely a weapon you could beat somebody with. But man, look at the jiggle. Look at the jiggle. I mean, I think we tamed the beast, but hey, let's see if we can get this taken apart. And remember, we said we were going to make it where it's kind of like fall off the bone, right? Well, let's see if we can get that action. Uh-oh. There we go. We're getting some of that off of there. Look at that. Oh, man. This is actually a lot hotter than it looks because I don't have my liners in. I just have my regular glove on right now. But you can see how that came right off of that bone, guys. So I think we tamed the beast today here. And again, we can play baseball with this damn thing, man. Look at that. Look at that. All right. But look here. This is our beef shank. Here, I got to get a piece with some bark on it, right? So here is our beef shank, guys. Man, this is going to be excellent in a sandwich or a taco. Maybe in some mac and cheese. I mean, man, whatever. Don't even limit yourself. Just do it with whatever. But hey, here is our beef shank. So yeah, let's taste this. All right, cheers. Oh, wow. Man. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this right here is good. Good Lord. Guys, this is an excellent beef shank. I mean, again, I'm using the Arnie Asadas, using this rubs, and I'm telling you, it's absolutely excellent on beef. Again, make sure you check out the links down below in the description box and get you some. But I'm telling you, this is excellent. It's so rich and succulent, and I mean, just a great salt content to really bring out that meat flavor. Man, I'm not even gonna keep talking about it, guys. You saw what I did. You saw how easy it is. So you guys are gonna make it happen. And if you do, drop that in the comment section down there. Let me know you did this beef shank recipe and how it came out for you. But hey, beef shank, Thor's hammer, baby. I'm out to the next video. I'll see y'all later. Peace. Oh yeah.